Ever wondered about our obsession with end things? Seems that wherever the time in our history, wherever the place, there is always a world-ending something that scares the daylights out of us. And out of control, sudden cataclysmic event that we imagine and worry is going to end reality as we know it. Nuclear Armageddon. An asteroid is now flying through space, and an imminent collision is about to happen, or some massive solar event is about to play out. Or 10 years ago, the whole Y2K fear, the world was going to shut down, global shutdown, because our computers wouldn't be able to make it through the new millennium. Earth-shattering quakes and volcanoes or tsunamis. The Ebola virus, the bird flu, H1N1. Societal breakdown, democracies falling apart, anarchy ruling. Last year, the global financial meltdown, which we're still not sure isn't going to take down world economies. Or environmental collapse. Last week's was a good one where renowned physicist Stephen Hawking, he says, quote, "If aliens visit Earth, we might be in big trouble, like how the natives were in trouble when Columbus first came." And when somebody that highly esteemed talks about alien life and the possibility of it being out there, you sort of got to listen a bit more. Now, you may scoff at that list, that apocalyptic list, or at some of those on that list, but I'm thinking that there's probably one or two, the environment or the nuclear problem or another, that might have given you pause for thought over the last few months or years, and maybe even caused some apocalyptic anxiety when you were reading that report on how many nuclear warheads are now still live in Russia and the Ukraine and in the States, or when you were watching all the news reports on global temperatures rising and rising, or waiting last year in that H1N1 lineup. I'm thinking you might have felt some of that anxiety. It's almost as though God has put something inside of us that is oriented toward and very easily triggered by these apocalyptic scenarios. There is something inside of you, and God did put it there for a reason. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24, it reads, "As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately and said, 'Tell us, when will this happen, and what will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age?' And Jesus answered, 'Watch out that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Christ, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you're not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. But he who stands firm to the end will be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. For then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again. And if those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. At that time, if anyone says to you, 'Look, here is the Christ,' or 'There he is,' do not believe it. For false Christs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and miracles to deceive even the elect, if that were possible. See, I have told you ahead of time." Immediately after the distress of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. There will, according to Jesus, be an end time. And reality as we know it and love it will cease to exist. And it will come upon humanity and all of creation like a storm, this great and heavy and ominous day of the Lord. And it will bring both calamity and judgment. It is a crucial part of the Christian story that we're all here trying to figure out. And God built something into you that knows that it's coming and can maybe even sense when it's coming. A deep in your gut feeling about the future, an internal, mysterious end times kind of clock. And all of these apocalyptic stories, the movies, the books you've read, the stories, the zombie, whatever, all of them are trading on this innate sense of things regarding end times that God has put into us.